Hello, I'm Gregory Mosley, martial art instructor, and this is Martial Art Universe, bringing you the finest of the martial arts from around the world. Point. On November 5th, 2022, I attended the Urban Action Showcase and Expo 10th Anniversary Celebration. There were special events and guests, screenings, panels, seminars, and superstar fan experience.
Bus. No one's ever told me that. Bus. Bus.
Our company, Real World, which is our producing Justice for Hire, we built a cinematic social network. And anything you post on there is part of a movie or a show that we are making together, and Justice for Hire is our first show. Our first episode went viral on TikTok, got 7.5 million views, and that helped us build a growing global community of creators, a few of which you see up here right now, creating their own heroes, and the app helps you make scenes and tie those scenes together to expand the story. So there's a cinematic universe that we're making, not just a show. But of the show, we have 4 episodes of our season 0, and we have a new season that has been shot that is essentially in post-production right now. That requires lots of editing for me personally. We have like 1,000 hours of user-generated content that I have to sift through. But we also have amazing talent that is from the more traditional film and television world, including Miss Angelique Zambrano, who's here with us today.
Right.
So big round of applause for Angelique. Angelique has been consistently impressing me since we got together. I choreographed
and so I feel like I have to fight. But if we're able to, like, a lot of that violent energy, it dissipates, it starts dissolving, you know? And so we can dive into a scenario where, like, 2 people want to fight. What if there was a bunch of people around them, you know? And they were like, hey, so what do you want to communicate? And what do you want to communicate? And there's, like, a mediator role. And we can communicate. And more than likely, I would say that they wouldn't fight anymore. They would just, talk it out or something. Or find another solution, which is, like, walking away. Like, what's the point of fighting and risking each other's lives, you know? And we can really explore that with this universe, Justice for Hire. And so, yeah, I'm excited to, like, really see what comes out of this universe, how it blooms.
You have to check out Vintage's Wash the Hate video, which was incredibly disruptive for our community. Was it last year? Was it 2020? It was 2020, right? Yeah. It was 2020. So he made a video where it's like 2 or 3 minutes long, and you think action's going to happen, and what really happens is something so deep in the soul. And like, it's just a testament to what's inside of this guy, and I think more of the thinking that we need to see in culture. So just big shout out. Check out Vintage Wash the Hate on Justice. That's actually not just on the app. That's also on YouTube. It's on Instagram. It's on TikTok. So we put it everywhere because we got such a strong response for it. Demetrius really came up and supported it as well. We did a whole panel around, a virtual panel around it with the founder of Wash the Hate, Telly Wong. Shout out to Telly Wong. And just really, really amazing stuff addressing a lot of the Asian-centric hate that was going on a few years ago. That, obviously, these things continue now. It's not just when a media push happens. And so, obviously, we want to love each other. But yeah, check it out. Really, really great. Okay, so we do have 5 minutes, and let's get the judges. What did we decide on the winner? I'm sure you guys had a deep discussion. Deep discussion here.
Man, they were dope. All 3 of them were dope, but I gotta hand it off to my man, Mr. Z. Yeah, because I really enjoyed the little B-rolls and the little subtle things that you shot, and even the messages. The whole composure was dope, bro. So, yeah.
I gotta second that. I thought it was a really complete story, like beginning, middle, and end. And I appreciate that about it. So I'll have to give it to you.
I third that. Yeah, you did it. You did it, bro.
All right, so that means that that Mr. Guru Merkaba and Mr. Z is going to be receiving a trophy. They would have had it printed out for you before, but Demetrius is going to send it to you. So that'll be great. But you also get both of you guys get DVDs, and we got these DVDs here from Demetrius. Big shout out! So you get we got a Batman. They're actually Blu-ray. There we go. We got Enter the Dragon and a wonderful Batman 1989 classic. So big shout out to Demetrius and shout out to Warner Media for supplying these. So and thank you everybody for coming here. And is there any thought, idea, question from anyone who's attending here on what Justice for Hire is? Yep.
Yeah, so me and my friend, we just walked in. So what is the Justice? Is this a new action series or?
So it's a cinematic universe that we've built for a community. So essentially we have a cinematic social network. Right? Anything you post is part of a movie or show. And you can access it from justiceforhire.app. And I have some stickers stuff here that I'll pass you. You can just get the QR code. And then the company is Real World. That is our social film studio. Like we want to make lots of shows like this. Justice for Hire is our first one. And anybody can invest in what we're doing in our patent pending technology on wefunder.com/realworld. That's REELWURLD. Because we're all about community ownership, and we want the community to have access and ownership of this patent pending technology, because this is just the beginning. So, thank you. Any other question, thought, idea? All right, guys. Well, thank you everybody so much for showing up. Every time, there's always something electric that happens. And I'm just so grateful for each and every one of you guys. So thank you. And thank you, Urban Action Showcase.
Thank you.
Okay, that's a good thing. We ran the wagon at 20-something. We ran the wheels off the wagon. More power to you. First, can we give Urban Action Showcase a big round of applause for year number 10? Year number 10. Isn't that awesome? Wow. So, either one of you ladies have been here in the early years?
I think this is my fourth one.
Yes.
I was invited 4 years ago, and then of course we lost time with COVID.
Yes.
But it's been amazing, and this one really has so much energy coming back from it having been shut down for a while. Hasn't this been such a great one?
Yes.
Oh,
It feels so good to get out
Yeah.
again. We were last together in 19.
Yes.
We were last together in 19.
Yes, that's right.
Yes. I'm going to introduce them in a minute. We just have a little girl chat here. Is this your first
This is
time?
my very first time.
Welcome. Give us some love. Welcome to the Urban Action Showcase.
I'm very inspired. My husband and I were actually talking about it last night of how inspired we are by everyone here and Demetrius and what he's done and how he's bringing like the love of martial arts together. It's quite something. Very powerful. Some great performers. The next generation of performers. It's been lovely, and to be here in this room with powerful women too. We need more of that. So
Have you all been to Amy's booth? Do you see her power shot up there? Oh my goodness. You are so awesome. Let me tell you, we take for granted that little girls look at these images and they begin to dream. And if we are to become valuable to society, we must actively find our replacements. You understand? So let's go back to the top. Evelyn, you've done a lot. Both of you. So what I want you to know about Evelyn is one of her favorites of mine. How many of you are John Wick fans? Oh my goodness. That never gets old. John Wick never gets old.
I'm still pinching myself.
Yeah, that was a great one. John Wick. Do I see Black Panther too?
You
Black Panther 2, give it up. Oh my goodness. Black Panther 2. John Wick. Gotham, one of my favorites. Luke Cage, anybody? Luke Cage? All right, so Amy. Give it up for Amy, Lady Bloodfight. Female Fight Squad. Yes. Accident Man. And The Gate. Give her some love. Yes. So we're going to jump right into it. It is hard conceptually for people to look at you both so glamorous, so beautiful, and go, they do what? Yeah. Like how do people receive you when they see you in your civvies and then they see you on screen? What happens? Tell me.
When I look at her reel, I'm like, wow. I mean, this is a powerful fighter right here. And her dad, who her dad is and everything.
Oh my gosh.
I'd love for them to hear from you.
All
You're
right.
amazing.
Oh, well, you're amazing.
Well, thank you.
Good. I think we're just gonna have this the whole time.
I just love this. I love sisters helping sisters. I love this.
I think it's so important to, find that community of women who can empower each other and lift each other up.
Absolutely.
And, keep going back and forth because we need that.
Absolutely.
I think the question being kind of like, how do people
receive you, like looking at you, right? The beauty in the martial arts and these various art forms. I love looking like this.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
uh-oh.
Yeah,
Here she goes.
It's like, let me hold your eye. Let me hold your eye.
and I love that about the martial arts because we can be beautiful, we can be smart, and everything, and we can also be tactical.
I think so too. There's a lot of great things about being a woman, and we can be strong, and we can be classy and ladylike all in one. And I think it's important that we show that.
So people look at you and say, "You do what?"
Sure, and I think that's our biggest strength.
Absolutely,
is we're deceptive.
Yeah.
And it's good to continue showing that strength and beauty to other women to follow suit and find that passion for themselves as well.
Do your friends feel empowered and have any of them tried to do some of the things that you do? Are they?
I think so. A lot of my friends also do martial arts, because martial arts is such a big part of my life that I've found that community of other like-minded women to kind of just continue training as well. And if they don't do martial arts, they love martial arts movies because that's really my life.
Yes.
But yeah, I try to hopefully inspire as many women as possible to find that thing.
Yes. So Evelyn, you've when she's not here, one of the things that I really, really love about Evelyn is she's out saving furry souls. Lisa, come on, sis. Yay, Sister Lisa, please give us some love her for that. You have to be such a compassionate person. But before we get to the animals, please tell me, Evelyn, how do people balance your beauty and your ability to drop down and do the doggone thing?
Goodness, that is such a beautiful compliment. Thank you.
I'm telling
I
you.
appreciate it so much. Wow. It's funny because I've never been that girl that even had anything about my looks or anything like that. I do know that people are a little taken aback when I tell them that I just did a car hit. I did that, Mom. I did a car hit. Sorry, I'm telling you for the first time. I told my mom that she's here.
Where's Mom?
Mom is right there. I don't tell Mom about every stunt I do. Only after I've done them. But they look at me and then I smile a lot. I'm a happy girl. So that can come across sometimes as a little weak in the stunt industry for some reason. I don't understand that. It's just the way it is. I don't walk around going like this all day long. I'm a big bad stunt person. That's not my personality. So people are taken aback a little bit when they hear me talk about maybe doing a car hit. But I prefer to be happy. I like showing up to set with a smile on my face. I like doing my stunt, and I like smiling afterward because I made it through. I did a good job, and I can go home and rest at night. So it is kind of funny. Sometimes you do get the kind of like
I feel-
that cut eye.
I feel empowered. I really do.
Yeah.
And there's something about women in the martial arts. There's an aura around us. It's a lot different than women who don't train. It's a lot different, and it's palpable. It's like, I probably shouldn't bother her. She's just too calm. Once again, please give Sister Belisa Tate some love. So, Sister Belisa, goodness gracious, look at this resume. She has FBI Most Wanted. Give us some love. She's on Power, Raising Canaan. She was on Power with Ghost. I love that. That was bananas. Okay, and so my menu jumped up here, and I can't do it glamorous anymore. Welcome to the panel.
Thank you. Sorry I'm late.
That's okay.
I blame my kids.
Yeah, that's the perfect reason to have them. So we were talking about people trying to reconcile what you do professionally, and then when you're in your cities, and you talk about what you do. How do you reconcile that?
So yeah, I'm the cool mom.
So the kids come up to you in school and they say,
how do I do what you can do?
And girl children and boy children?
Yes. Mostly girls.
Really?
Yeah.
I love it.
Because my girls are very athletic, and so they tend to gravitate toward athletic girls as well. And so I was always a tomboy. My kids are tomboys, and they are very involved in volleyball, tennis, soccer. They ski. My husband and I snowboard.
Oh, nice.
The whole family did a commercial for I Love New York campaign.
Oh, nice.
I see it all the time.
Nice.
It was very nice because it ran for 4 years into the college fund.
Nice. Hey. Hey, the business is good.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think kinetics play a major role in what you all do. I heard someone say relative to boxing that champions are not made, they're born, right? And there's something innately inside of you, like you're never going to become someone. Everyone that you're going to so-called become, you are right now. It's just that a person, a place, a circumstance is going to catapult it forth from out of your spirit. It's already there. So you said you were a tomboy, right? And you have a lot of kinetics, like your whole family and your girls.
Oh, definitely. My dad was a frogman. So
Oh, before Navy SEALs.
yes. So like first Navy SEAL. So
You guys understand frogmen?
Mhm.
Yeah. Give up. Listen, that's before President Kennedy. That's serious. Wow.
when he graduated high school and went into the Navy to pay for college. Oh my gosh, my throat.
That's okay.
Crazy.
That's
It's like
okay.
a frog is literally in my throat. So hold on.
You guys are gonna fix this real neat. You better not let me see this. I'm telling you guys.
Another thing is that the train switched from express to local, and I was like, no.
Yes, someone wrote and told me.
And our train got rickrolled in person. Somebody came on with a boombox and just started, never gonna get you. I was playing the same time Arthur Ashe was playing for the Army, but they never played each other because my dad was doubles.
Yes.
And so he, that was back in, he graduated high school in 58, and then went into the Navy for 4 years, and then went to college and met my mother. Yeah, and the rest is history.
The rest is history.
My mom was an athlete as well. She ran track. So yeah, very athletic
Kinetics,
family.
I'm saying.
Yes. And both my parents skied, so I learned to ski when I was 4 and then switched over to snowboarding in my 20s.
Okay, so clinically, we call what she's saying as she's giving you all this background, we call it she's genetically loaded.
Yeah.
No, honestly, it's called being genetically loaded, whatever it is. And obviously,
that T-shirt.
kinetics, yeah, you're genetically loaded for kinetics.
Yeah.
Some people have the proverbial 2 left feet, right? And then some people, they can play and do anything. They can do anything, like jump out of planes, get hit by cars, fly on wires, right?
Yeah. And that's also like going back to my kids who gravitate towards athletic friends who are girls and boys too. My friends growing up in elementary and high school were all athletic. And today as women, they're still in shape. And like Evelyn, like Amy, like I'm sure you guys were athletic growing up. And most of the women that I hang out with who were athletic in sports or cheerleaded or whatever are still fit today.
Mm-hmm.